On the screen before you, I have a couple of files, and this is the binary. It's called myhelper. And when I open it up, what you see here is it's in Hebrew. So bear with me here, but let me just explain the functional use. What this says is according to the question and according to the answer. And then you have X, which would be the question, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are the options, and it will give you the answer, the correct answer. Now, imagine that you have, well, let me show you exactly what it is that, here is the XML file. And what this is it's helps students study for a test. And what it basically has is the question and whatever the question would be. Now you see it's in Hebrew, but just to give you an example, I'm going to rewrite this to say, let's say, what is your favorite color? Okay? And the first answer could be green. We'll go for red. Oops. And this one we'll do blue. And then finally we'll, bear with me here, we'll make this one yellow. Okay? Now, in this section, it would say, what is your, you could make a search for what is your favorite color. And obviously, there's the true color would have been green, as you see here. So it would have given you 4 answers, because we have, again, 4 answers, 1, 2, 3, 4. The question up here where the X is, that would have been the question, and then we would add 4 answers. And then in this section, the number 1 section, it would have been in green. In fact, let me give you an example. This is in Hebrew. I'm just going to... Now notice another thing. When I click on a letter, any letter, just one letter, it'll give me a drop-down button with a bunch of different answers, or a bunch of different questions. And this is very, very important, so that when I type the first letter of the question in Hebrew, I should be able to see a drop-down button. In other words, it will extract the content, the text from the XML file, and it will basically, whenever I type the first letter, it will automatically give a drop-down menu. And when I do search, it will give me... you'll notice that it'll ask a question, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth, in this specific thing, it's the fourth answer is the correct answer. And again, just to give you that again, this is the question, and let's say that I have a question inside of the XML file, and the question inside of the XML was, what was your favorite color? Well, if the question was in English, then the first letter of the question is a W. So if I were to type a W, it would have a drop-down menu. But since I'd be typing in Hebrew, and it's very, very important that this is UTF-8, so that when I type in the Hebrew text, the first letter of the question, it'll automatically just give me a drop-down menu based on every question that starts with that same letter in Hebrew. It's pretty simple to do inside of with an XML file. I should be able to search according to the question. And I should also be able to search according to the answer. I should be able to look for anything that has the correct answer. Actually, what I'm looking for is anything that would have the correct answer, whatever that would be in true. I would want to know, let's say that green, if I were to type in green, let's say in the second option I have according to answer. If I were to type in green, it should give me automatically... it should also probably have a drop-down menu, but if potentially possible, give me the answer or the original question of what resulted in the answer to be green, which would be in which would have been, what is your favorite color? So that's also important. I should be able to try to search according to question and as well as according to the answer. The reason why my application doesn't work is because the person that compiled this binary compiled the XML inside of the binary, which in other words means I cannot edit this specific XML file. And to be quite honest, the questions and answers of this specific this binary, it's not even interesting to me. It's actually I want to create my own XML file with questions and answers and so forth that will allow me to be able to for other things. So again, I just want to point out that it's very, very important that the XML version that it supports encoding of UTF-8. As you see here. And so with that said, that's the project. Create a little application in .NET or in any different, maybe in C, C++, Delphi, an applicational program that will allow me to take an XML file and produce the questions and the answers, and then be able to search for them. And most importantly, again, when I search for a question and I type the first letter of a question, it will have a drop-down menu. So it'll make it a lot easier for me to search for the questions and get the answers, as opposed to having to type in the entire question. So if you're interested in the project, please do contact me. Thank you.